Shocking court revelation, Queen Mary of Denmark allegedly loses everything, the truth behind the headlines. Welcome to B News. The Danish monarchy has always stood as a symbol of elegance, resilience, and unshakable tradition. But this week, the royal world was rocked by a sensational revelation that left Danes and royal watchers around the globe in disbelief. A court document surfaced, a bombshell claiming that Queen Mary of Denmark has lost everything. At first glance, the headline seemed impossible to believe. How could the beloved queen, a woman who captured hearts from her humble beginnings in Tasmania to the grand halls of Amalienborg Palace, suddenly find herself at the center of such a devastating legal and personal storm? In this exclusive B News report, we investigate what this court document really says, what it means for Queen Mary's future, and how the Danish royal family is responding to this unprecedented crisis. But before we dive deeper into this gripping royal drama, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to B News, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a breaking story from inside the royal palaces. Do you believe the royals should be held to the same legal standards as everyone else? Let us know in the comments below. The story began quietly, with whispers from within Copenhagen's legal circles of an unusual filing in the Danish civil courts. At first, only a handful of insiders even knew of the document. But when a Danish tabloid broke the news late Monday night, the headlines spread like wildfire, a legal document naming Queen Mary and referring to a significant personal loss. The headlines claimed Queen Mary loses everything, sparking immediate confusion, outrage, and curiosity. The phrase was shocking enough to dominate social media trends for 2 full days. As royal watchers scrambled to confirm the details, court officials declined to comment on the specific case, citing privacy laws. That silence only fueled speculation. Did the loss pertain to finances? Property? Status? Or was it something even more personal? For the millions who idolize Queen Mary as the epitome of grace and strength, the idea that she could somehow lose everything felt deeply unsettling, a reminder that even queens are not immune to life's cruelties. Digging deeper into the court document itself revealed a far more nuanced story than the headlines suggested. According to sources familiar with the filing, the document refers to a private legal dispute over a trust fund Queen Mary had established years ago, a fund reportedly intended to secure her children's future and safeguard a portion of her personal wealth independent of the crown. The document indicates that, due to a series of contractual oversights and contested claims, the court ruled the trust invalid, effectively stripping Queen Mary of control over those assets. For Queen Mary, who has long prided herself on her financial independence and meticulous planning, this ruling is said to have come as a harsh blow. While the royal family's public assets and official funds remain untouched, as they are protected by Danish constitutional law, the personal fortune Queen Mary had painstakingly set aside appears to have been swept away in a single court decision. For many, this raises profound questions about how a woman so celebrated for her intelligence and foresight could fall victim to what appears to be a technicality. Insiders close to the Danish royal family describe the Queen as visibly shaken by the ruling, though determined to handle the matter privately and with dignity. Sources say she has leaned heavily on King Frederik for emotional support during this ordeal, and his unwavering presence by her side has been noted as a testament to their enduring partnership. Despite recent tabloid rumors of strain in their marriage, this crisis seems to have drawn them closer together, proving once again that their bond is stronger than even the harshest public scrutiny. Observers also point out that the timing of the court's decision couldn't have been worse. Queen Mary has only recently stepped fully into her role as Queen Consort following Queen Margrethe's abdication, a transition already fraught with immense pressure and public expectation. Being forced to confront such a personal setback just as she takes on her most prominent role yet has clearly added an extra layer of strain. The Danish public reaction has been one of mixed emotions. While some sympathize deeply with Queen Mary and criticize the legal system for what they see as an overly rigid ruling, others argue that the royal family must be held accountable to the same laws as everyone else. In forums and op-eds, debates rage over whether this ruling represents justice or injustice, fairness or a failure of the legal system to accommodate exceptional circumstances. Legal experts who reviewed the case say the court's decision was technically correct, though perhaps unnecessarily harsh given the symbolic weight of the individual involved. It was not about punishing the Queen, one legal scholar told B News. It was about enforcing the rules governing trusts and ensuring transparency in asset management. But it is undeniably awkward when the individual in question is the country's queen. The international media has, unsurprisingly, latched onto the story with gusto. British, Australian, and European tabloids have splashed the story across their front pages, with some sensationalizing the matter further than the facts warrant. The phrase "loses everything" has become something of a misnomer. Queen Mary's role, residence, and public duties remain intact. But the symbolic blow to her autonomy and planning has nonetheless shaken the monarchy's image. In New Zealand and Australia, where Mary remains a beloved daughter of the Commonwealth, newspapers have rallied to her defense, portraying her as a victim of circumstance and praising her courage in facing this public embarrassment head-on. "She will come through this stronger," wrote one Australian columnist, "just as she has overcome every challenge thrown her way since she left Hobart all those years ago." At Amalienborg Palace, life has continued outwardly as usual. Queen Mary has attended her scheduled appearances with her usual poise, though observers note a more somber demeanor than usual. Her wardrobe choices have leaned darker, her smile more restrained. Yet even in this difficult moment, she remains a figure of dignity and composure, qualities that have earned her the enduring respect of the Danish people. What happens next is still uncertain. Queen Mary's legal team has already filed an appeal, citing ambiguities in the original trust agreements and requesting a review of the decision. Legal analysts caution that appeals in such matters are difficult to win, but not impossible. Meanwhile, King Frederik is said to be quietly exploring alternative arrangements to ensure the financial security of their children, regardless of the outcome of the appeal. This episode has also sparked broader discussions about the monarchy's future. If even a queen can find herself vulnerable to legal setbacks, what does this say about the stability of the royal institution in an increasingly modern, meritocratic Denmark? Some argue that it humanizes the royals, making them more relatable. Others worry it erodes the mystique that sustains public support for the monarchy. Whatever the ultimate outcome, this story serves as a stark reminder that behind the tiaras and state banquets lie very real human struggles. Queen Mary's loss is not just a legal defeat, it is a deeply personal ordeal that has forced her to confront vulnerabilities she may have believed she had long since left behind. And yet, even in the face of such adversity, she continues to stand tall, embodying the strength and grace that have made her one of the most admired queens of our time. As the appeal process unfolds, the world will be watching closely to see how Queen Mary navigates this chapter of her extraordinary life. Will the court overturn its decision? Will the Queen find another way to regain what she lost? Or will this become yet another scar in the story of a woman who has never shied away from challenges? What do you think about Queen Mary's shocking loss? Should royals be held to the same strict legal standards as ordinary citizens, or should there be allowances made for their unique role? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear your perspective on this royal controversy. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to B News, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest breaking news from inside the palaces. Stay tuned for more exclusive coverage of Queen Mary, King Frederik, and the ever-evolving story of Denmark's royal family.